What's going on, guys? Ace Approved here, and today I'm going to be replacing my neutral safety mechanism here. I noticed when I'm driving my Kia, when I was having issues with the gear selector here, so it was real stiff to put it in like reverse, neutral, and sometimes I would have it in drive, like I would feel it go in drive, but it wouldn't register and it'll still say neutral, so I had to like go back and forth, and I really had to force it. There were times where my key was still left in the ignition. I was having difficulties starting the car sometimes. Like I said, putting it in gear, going in reverse. And okay, so what you're gonna need is, you're gonna need, at least for my car, you're gonna need Phillips for these here. It helps if you got a pry tool here to get these up. You're also gonna need socket wrench or electric socket, and extensions will definitely help. 10 millimeter, and I can't remember if you need a 14 or a 12. And also you're gonna need a little screwdriver, or I'm sorry, a little flathead screwdriver to be exact. So I'm gonna show you guys what to do. So first I'm gonna remove these two plastic pieces here, and to make it easier for me, it's easier to try, and because these are kind of broke already, well, not this one, because as you see, it's going up, and as it goes up, I can just pull that out, put that to the side. Now this one is broke, so this one I have to like get under, push it up, start screwing, and you see how it's going up now, and eventually it comes out. I could replace it, but I mean, fuck it, it works. So next, these are 10 millimeter bolts. So all you want to do here is unscrew it. You don't have to unscrew it all the way, just enough to get the terminals off like that. It's not a battery. And also make sure you disconnect the negative first. I feel like people should know that, but there are people who don't know that. So yeah, make sure you disconnect the negative first. Then I'm going to disconnect the positive. You don't have to disconnect back here, you disconnect this one right here. So unscrew it, and it goes a lot faster if you have an electric ratchet here. I close it, put it to the side, screw down here. I don't know if you guys can see it, try my best to show you guys, but there's a screw down here that we're gonna need to remove, and this is where the extension helps. Okay guys, it's a 12, so you don't need a 14, it's a 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it loose, and see how easy that is, guys. Then we're gonna take the battery out here. I believe these are also 12s, and yes they are. So just break these loose here. And honestly, you can just unscrew them all the way, to be completely honest. There's no right or wrong. And see, like this is why you need to like you see how much room you got to like ratchet here? You can just like easy enough. Then you want to take these screws out, because you're going to be moving this out of the way. We're not going to take it fully out, but we are going to move it out of the way, keep the screws all together. And then these here, you got to also take these two screws out right here on the air box here. Those are 10. So you want to take your 10 socket, break it loose. Then you're just gonna gently, you can keep it out your way. So these are like, there's some connector wires here that you could disconnect. I'm not gonna do that, I don't need to. So you kind of could just, you can kind of just move it out your way. There you go. So this is what we're replacing, this down here. That is this right here. So as you see, you kind of just follow the steps here. But before we do that, we actually want to put the car in neutral. Is this right here, this shift lock release. You're gonna take, this is where the flathead comes in, and you just take it off, just like that, just like that. And then there is like a little push like button in here that you just push down, use the flathead, where you can just, and look at that, you see that? My foot not on the brake, car not on, you see that? So make sure it's in neutral. Ran the car, it's gonna be hot. So that's why I got my gloves on. So as you see, as we look at the old one here, it looks like the old connector goes and clips on. So I felt it click, and now it's just a matter of wiggling it out here. There we go. You click on the back of this connector on this. All you do is you press on that and you pull out on the back of this connector right there. Let's remove the lever first. So that's a 14. So actually guys, if you do have the flathead, you actually want to go ahead and put the flathead in this hole here, which if you look on the new part, it goes through here. The reason why is because if you don't put it through this hole, when you try to take this off, it'll move it and it'll put it in drive. So you want to put that in there and break it loose here, just like that. This bolt here is a 12. So you basically need every single one. I don't know why Kia did this, but they did it. Honestly, this isn't a bad job to do. And you still want to keep the screw in here. Or not the, yeah, the screwdriver. And that goes in there. So now that is disconnected. You definitely want gloves on if you ran the engine, because it is hot. I'm not gonna lie, touching this and all this, it's hot. So you definitely want gloves. Comes off like that. Notice it has a washer. It looks like it's built onto the actual piece. Then this should eventually, guys, you know it's bad when I have to cut and film. This was so seized on this shaft. The best way I had to do, I had to have my pry tool. Like I had to, and I had used a mini screwdriver. I felt it finally come up, and then I was able to finally get it off with my hand. Like guys, it was, holy shit. Like guys, this is, sheesh. I have some type of like anti-seize. I always use copper anti-seize. I use them on the brakes. So if you want to put some on here so that it doesn't seize up again, like how it did on us guys, you can definitely apply a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. It'll help it so it don't seize up again like that. Because man, guys, that was a bitch. I'm not gonna lie with you. That was, like I said, I got the car in neutral, which is what these align with. If you look at these pins on the inside here, which is like really corroded, they're like in the middle here. So they're like lined up. So you want to make sure your new one with the inside is lined up just like the old one. Now all we're gonna do is, guess what, put the old one on. We just do the reverse now. I'm gonna speed through this. I don't think you guys most likely need to see it. It's just the reverse of everything. So all right, I have everything put back together. So now the moment of truth. Take my key. Moment of truth. We're in drive. We're in neutral. We're in reverse. Beautiful. Feel like it's brand new. Well, should be brand new, right? All right, cool. Well, and also guys, I want y'all to know, this part was only like $10. I got it through Amazon, versus like getting it done at a dealership or getting it done at a private independent shop. I did it myself. So I try to do, especially work like that, I try to do on my own, you know what I mean, unless it's something like extremely major. But for the most part, anybody can do that. You just need the proper tools. It's not difficult. You know, it was a $10 part, and probably the dealership or independent shops, it probably been over $100. You know what I mean? So most definitely do what you need to do to keep your car maintained. I was neglecting this for a while, and eventually it just got really bad. Don't do that, guys. So I'm Ace Approved. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.